Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's early. I agree. But I wanted to come on and do this weekend to see what the energies are going to be for us this weekend because I feel like there's a lot of energy out there right now of kind of feeling stuck, kind of feeling like things aren't moving in the way that you want them to. And it was interesting because the card that came out for like an overarching energy for the weekend was untethered, disconnected, vulnerable, unaware. So I am feeling like there's something this weekend that is going to show up to kind of put you in a vulnerable kind of space where you're feeling like not solid, not knowing which way to go, which way to turn. And I feel like that vulnerability isn't necessarily a bad thing, honestly, because I think sometimes we need this wake up call that we've been in this really uncomfortable or comfortable space, right? But it's been uncomfortable. So we've been comfortable in uncomfortability. And I feel like something this weekend is what is going to be kind of alerting us to what is making us feel so untethered, so unaware, disconnected and vulnerable. So this is going to be a good weekend to ground. This is going to be a good weekend to get in connection with nature, with more than that, though, I think with getting into connection with yourself, like, how am I feeling? What do I want? Where am I seeing myself? And I hated this question when I was younger, right? Where do I see myself in 5 years, right? But it was people asking me that question that really got me thinking, like, where do I see myself, right? Because if we're just going along and getting along and we're not setting intentions on how we want to get there, right? We end up someplace we didn't mean to be. And for some of us, we have those points in our life because it kind of shows us where we can end up where we don't want to be. And it does inform us. It does give us information, right, about ourselves and what we're feeling and how we're living our life and what energies are in our life that we either like or don't like. But I feel like at this point, it's time to be intentional. It's time to say, I want to get to point A or point B. And how am I going to do that? But if I don't know what point A or point B is, then I'm going to basically flounder, right? And so I feel like that's what this weekend is. It's making you feel like you're floundering, something coming at you that you're unaware of, or making you feel vulnerable because it's time to get more intentional. And you can't do that sometimes if you don't know what intention you want to set, right? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Chrissy. Good morning, Shelley. Good morning. So I was having this thought last night, as I do, as spirit comes to me, which was, I think, another reason why I wanted to come in and do this video for us this weekend, because where are we allowing ourselves to just stay in a situation or relationship where it's just because it's comfortable? It's not what we want. It's not serving us. It doesn't fill up our cup. And on some level, it's hurting our soul. On some level, it's making us feel a soul level tiredness or a soul level hurt, where the people and situations around us are pulling on us or disrespecting us or not loving us in such a way that it is hurting us. And when you're in this dis-ease, you're not in ease in your life. You don't feel safe in your life. You don't feel like you have what you want or can have what you want in your life. When you feel like you're being taken advantage of emotionally, mentally, energetically, financially, when you're being pulled on so dramatically that you are always running to catch up, you're always tired at a soul level, you can never really reach any sense of completion or happiness or sense of balance. I feel like there's something this weekend that's going to bring you that aha moment, because it's time to change that in your life. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Karen. Good morning. So, yeah, let's see what the cards want to say. Yeah, and one of the things that keeps you kind of where you are is this sense of insecurity, right? If you've got the trauma imprint or the imprint of neglect or abuse, and that's an imprint that probably you've had many, many lifetimes. I feel like for those of you who are seeing this isn't something that's just happened. This has been a pattern. This has been a pattern in this lifetime of different relationships and situations, but it's been a pattern that came with you into this lifetime. And so this insecurity is very deep-seated. It's very deep-rooted. That you don't feel secure, you don't feel safe and stable. So you're always dealing with this threat imprint, that you're under threat, that your survival is always on the edge of precarious, right? Will I survive? Will I be thrown out into the cold? Will I be homeless? Will I be hungry? Will I be penniless, right? So I stay in my situation because that threat imprint is so ingrained in me. And maybe it's something you're not even completely aware of. You just know that you don't feel safe and stable unless you are completely being there for other people. You're people pleasing to the nth degree. You're putting everybody's needs above your own all the time, every day, every moment. You're taking care of the adults in your life like they were children, right? You are doing everything for them, even though they are completely capable of doing for themselves. You don't feel safe if you're not embodying the role of caretaker, nurturer, people pleaser. You're giving your kindness and your compassion to them no matter what. Because if you don't, you're under threat. And this can be such a difficult imprint to heal, to release, because to step through it, to have the courage to step through it, there's this feeling of terror. And that's why you stay in this mode. That's why you stay in this vibration, because to get out of it, it terrifies you. And for many people, they don't even think about getting out of it or dealing with it or looking at it or being aware of it unless something happens to put them in some kind of threat situation where, and it's not warranted, right? It's just your relationship walking away, your job closing, right? It's something big that you have no control over. That is the catalyst for you having to finally identify and look at, why do I feel like I'm not okay? Even though maybe I've got a savings account, even though I've got people in my life who support me, family and friends who love me unconditionally and that would be there for me, but I can't allow that to be any kind of help, because I have this imprint of threat that if I don't take care of it, I'm not okay. It's got to be me. Right? And that's what I feel like Spirit is trying to help you understand, is that no, they've got you. Spirit's got you. God's got you. Whatever God you believe in has got you. They've got your back, right? But you have to be the one to reach out and grab hold of the help and the support. And that's where the terrified feeling comes in. Just trying to reach out to grasp the rope that is going to keep you from falling off the cliff, right? Good morning, Karen. Yeah, because it's time. So that's what I'm feeling this weekend is bringing you something where you're going to get some confidence. Some confidence. I feel like there is, and I feel like this, again, anything that's going to change in your external has to change in your internal first, right? So there's something that's happening within you, some alchemy, some transformation on a cellular level, on an energetic level that's helping you become the Queen of Wands in your life, where the truth is prevailing. The truth of your situation, the truth of who you are, the truth of your capability, the truth of your internal strength, the truth of your belief in yourself, in your God. But this truth that's coming in is helping you to realize that that threat that you feel under, there is help, there is support. And it's time to reach out. It's time to reach out. It's time to surrender to God, surrender to Christ consciousness, surrender to whoever you believe in, your guardian angel, your angels, your ascended masters. And really starting to, in the external, right, take the signs and believe in the signs and use the signs of the direction that they are taking you into, pointing you towards. Because you've been in this antagonistic energy, this discord for a very long time. But I feel like it's this discord and this antagonism, this imbalance, this lack consciousness. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough love. I don't have enough support. I don't have enough fortitude. I don't have enough strength. I don't have enough belief. I don't have enough love for myself, right? I feel like that's coming to a head this weekend. There's something this weekend that is coming to a head that is saying, wait a minute, hold on, hold the phone, spirit, hold the phone, inner voice, hold the phone, ego. I am good enough. I do deserve, right? There's something welling up within you this weekend. And maybe it's been coming for months. And for those of you who are like, yeah, not feeling that, it's coming. All right. So this is your precursor. Sometimes we get forewarned, right? Spirit gives you a little heads up that some change is coming. And that's what I'm feeling for you. Because it's time to stop sacrificing yourself for others. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Those that you're sacrificing yourself for, they're not respecting it. They're using it. They're expecting it. They've gotten into the habit of you doing that. But it's time to let that go. It's time to let that go. And so, good morning, Joe. That's what I'm feeling. Big changes and opportunities are coming in. It's time to seize the moment, jump in, arrival, departure, assertive, direct, honest, quick wit, warns against impulsive or rash behavior, a strong, assertive, and decisive person, one who gets what he or she wants. It's time. That's what I'm picking up. And I read all of that because each and every one of you may resonate with something different there. But at the end of the day, that's what I'm picking up for all of us, that it's time for you to be the one that gets what you want. Are you allowing that in? Are you allowing that in? Yeah, there it is. I knew that couldn't be the rest of our message, because how are you going to get it, right? How are you going to get it? Well, how you're going to get it is the lovers making the choice to get it. Stepping through that imprint of threat and taking back your power. taking back your self-love. Remember, anything in the external, if you're on this and you're looking for your most compatible soulmate, if you're coming here and looking for direction for your most aligned career, if you're looking for your money to increase, if you're looking for your life to get better in any way, right? That's what Spirit is guiding us towards with all these messages that I bring through, right? Your individual mission or purpose and how to get there, right? That's what we're doing here. But if you're not choosing yourself and you're still letting this threat imprint be the driving force of your decision making, then you can't get to your purpose. You can't get to having what you want, what you deserve, what you're here to have. And so the Lovers is coming through to say it's time to choose you, because the Lovers is about making a choice. That's why it's yes or no on this card. It's your choice. Are you going to make the choice? Yes, go for it. Are you not going to make the choice? Then no, don't. Your choice, right? So when you get the opportunity for the support, when you get the opportunity for the inspiration and the sign to go in a specific direction, it's up to you. Free will choice. It's up to you whether or not you take it. But I feel like there's something coming in this weekend that is bringing you to this place of vulnerability where you're not feeling safe and stable, even in this comfortable situation that is uncomfortable, that is abusive, that is powerlessness, that is unworthiness. It's lack, right? The situation is keeping you down, whether it's a boss, a friend group, a romantic partner, a relationship, a marriage, a family member, a parent, whoever it is that keeps telling you, don't stand up, don't go in the direction you want to go in, stay right here where I can control you, because that keeps us both feeling good, both keeps us feeling safe, keeps us comfortable. But there's a choice to be made this weekend, or in this energy, whenever you come to this video, that Spirit is saying, no, you're better than this. You're here for more than this. It's time to go in that direction. It's time to walk away from the negativity. For some of you, it's time to drop the addiction. For some of you, it's time to drop the people pleasing. For some of you, it's time to drop the lack of self-love. To drop the unworthiness that you don't deserve. To drop the powerlessness, because you are powerful. If you partner with Spirit, you are powerful. If you surrender to your higher power, you are powerful. Let's get some, I want to get some advice from the angel guide. Yeah, Karen, no movement is a choice. That's so true. And a lot of people, I think, for a long time have been choosing not to move. But I feel like there's something coming in to your experience with these energies that are out there. And again, I'm not an astrologer, so definitely look at your astrology. But there's the astrology is impacting you, but the other thing that Spirit's bringing me is these light codes that are coming in are impacting you. So for many of you, you're getting activated. You're getting activated in your third eye. You're getting activated in your solar plexus. And so you're being activated in your power center, your own will for yourself, for your mission, for your purpose. And the third eye is being activated to give you the information that you need. And so a lot of the information, a lot of the knowingness that you're coming into is coming through you. And these activations are not allowing you to stay complacent anymore. They're giving you the incentive and the courage, I'm hearing, to take the steps that you need to take for yourself. Will that change your life? Absolutely. Does it mean that you have to leave everything you know? Not necessarily. For some of you, these are going to be subtle shifts. These are going to be incremental changes so that it's doable, right? Because Spirit wants you to have what you're here to have, right? the happiness, the love, the support, the money, the stability, the safety, right? For some of you, it may be dumping you out of your life like it did me, right? But for everybody, it's very different. It's very individual. But Spirit is coming in to say that you are safe, that as you go through this, you're not going through it alone. So for some of you, you are coming into most compatible soulmates to help you move, to help you change, to help you take the necessary steps. And for some of you, it's divine timing is showing up. Divine timing is showing up so that for those of you who have been wanting a romantic partner or someone to partner with you to help you on your mission or your purpose, they're coming in. But again, if you're not ready to receive them, right? So that's why it's so important that you're getting clear or listening to your inner self to take the steps that you're being guided to take. So for some of you, this is a yes, that you are coming into partnership with most compatible soulmates, that you are coming in. And soulmates can be romantic partnerships. They can be mentors. They can be friends. They can be bosses. They can be coworkers. Doesn't necessarily mean romantic partner. For some of you who are trying to manifest that, I feel like this is a yes. But for others of you who are like, I'm married, I'm happily married, right? But a most compatible soulmate can come in the form of a friend, a mentor, right? So I feel like that's one message for those of you that resonate with it. And then the other piece of advice that I want to bring through. Yeah, this is what's going on right now. You're getting the intuitions and downloads that you need. So you're getting, like I said, these light codes are bringing activations. They're bringing activations. And I feel like this is just Spirit confirming that for those of you who are like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm being activated. Yes, you are. Are you feeling it on a physical level? Maybe not yet. Remember, divine timing's at play. Some people get activated, but and it stays dormant until you're ready, right? And so when you're ready for your clairvoyance to show up, or you're ready to make a power play for yourself, right? Make a big decision for yourself, right? So you are getting activated and you are getting downloaded. And so Spirit wants you to know that you're not doing this alone, that you're very much in alignment with your spirit guides, your guardian angel, your higher self, and they are coming in to help you. But it's the trusting and acting on it that you have to do. Yeah, because people are coming in for you, friendship and union. So your spirit guides. The other thing that I'm hearing is some of you are having upgrades in your gatekeeper. So for those of you who maybe feel like you're experiencing your intuition differently or more, especially with your third eye activation and your solar plexus activation, your clairsentience, I feel like you're also getting upgraded in your gatekeeper. So your gatekeeper is your spirit guide that allows information to get to you. So when you ask for protection or you only want spirit communication in the highest vibrational white light, however you call it in, yeah, for some of you, you're feeling very discombobulated right now because your gatekeeper has switched. So you haven't recognized or gotten used to that vibration yet. So that's definitely a specific message for some of you. And so the answer to your question, if you came to this video with a question on your heart, Spirit is answering that question. It is a yes. It is a yes. It's time to move. It's time to go. It's time to do. It's time to be. It's time to have. The answer is yes. And for some of you, this is a scary yes, because you have to make a change. You have to put yourself out there. You have to make a very decisive decision where I feel like you've been staying on that fence because it's just been so much easier, right? But I feel like that's why you've got people coming in to support you, whether that is a new romantic partner or whether that is a soulmate of support. Interesting. I said addiction earlier, and this card is literally sitting out here by itself. I don't know where it came from. But yes, I feel like for some of you, the addiction to drama, the addiction to other people's problems, the addiction of movies, TV, substances, actions, lower frequencies, whatever, food, sugar, alcohol, drug, all of it, right? All of it. I feel like somebody, and again, take this how it resonates, but I feel like somebody this weekend is also kind of getting this kind of pushed in their face, either with themselves or people around them who have this addictive personality that is interfering with their life. So it's interfering with you. Their addictions are keeping you from having what you want, keeping you from reaching your goals or your desires. And so this is going to, again, it's going to be a situation where you have to decide for yourself what's best for you. But I feel like that, you can't do something about something in your life until you're aware of it. And I feel like that's what's happening this weekend. This vulnerability that you're going to be experiencing is because of awareness coming in some way about situations within you and in your external experience that is impacting you in a not great way. And how do I combat that? How do I change that? And so, yeah, you call on your intuition. You call on your support systems. And that's how you do this. You don't have to do this alone. And Spirit doesn't want you to do this alone. Just blocking a spammer. Haven't had these in a while, so this is interesting. Oh, and user blocked. So now we're just going to delete the comments. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. I know it's way earlier than I'm used to, but I have a lot to do today. And again, just called to do these readings, called to speak on this subject. I feel like, my mission is, even if one person who needs to hear this hears this, and I've done my job. But so thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for commenting and sharing your stories. I truly appreciate all the support. And if you want help in your own situation, I am doing spiritual life coaching. I am certified. And I also have integrated energy therapy, working with the angels. That is part of that. So all of that is on my website, melissaalwatkins.com. If that's something you're being called to because you need support. So we have Archangels Metatron and Sandalphon, Sacred Connection, Synchronicity, Divine Connection, Understanding Lessons. So yes, you have call on Archangel Sandalphon and Archangel Metatron to come through. Archangel Metatron to bring you the wisdom. Archangel Sandalphon to help you ground into the wisdom so that you can move your needle from lack into abundance. Because that's what this is all about. We're here to be abundant. We're here to be loved. We're here to be safe. We're here to be inspired. We're here to learn and grow and evolve. And if you feel like nothing of that is happening in your own life, I feel like that's why you're being made vulnerable, feeling untethered, feeling like you're just floating out there in the ethers by yourself and you don't have what you need emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, spiritually. You are not alone. So call on Archangels Metatron and Sandalphon to help you. Wow. This is all about partners today, guys. And I got Rama and Sita, holy union, soulmate connection, romantic opportunity. Yep. Some of you, the reason you're feeling untethered, the reason you're feeling out there on your own is because that is coming to an end. You are coming into some romantic connection. You are coming into soulmate. You are coming into tethered, being connected to all that is, being connected to your higher self, being connected to somebody physically. who is coming in to be a part of your experience, to help you as you help them, because I'm feeling like whatever's coming in is going to be a balance. You're bringing something to the table. They're bringing something to the table. This isn't about them saving you. This is about you saving each other. That's what I'm really feeling is going on. So however this is resonating for you, and you've been wanting partnership, you've been wanting connection, you've been really trying to manifest a most compatible soulmate, I truly feel like something this weekend is shifting within you that is going to allow that to enter your experience, whether it enters your experience this weekend or in the months to come. Something in this energy is shifting within you, because remember, we can't manifest, we can't shift the external until we shift the internal. And that's what I feel is happening for you this weekend. The internal is shifting in some way. So whether it's the solar plexus activation that's been coming in, the third eye activation that is happening, whatever it is, you're coming into connection. Somebody's coming into your life to help you in a way that is going to bring you the happiness and the stability that you have been crying for, is what it feels like. Crying for. But it can't come in until you shift the internal. And that's what's happening this weekend with the energies and your higher self coming in to move the needle in your life. Move the needle in your life. Wow. All right. I want to pull, because this is coming through as partnership, I'm going to pull some romance angel cards. And I did this on Tarot Tuesday for those of you who might have seen it. And you can go back and watch the replay if you want. It's on my live playlist on YouTube. But I'm going to do a pick a card with the romance angels for those of you who really have been wanting romantic partnership, have been wanting a soulmate, or to come into connection with your twin flame. Because honestly, that's what these are. So these would be twin flames, Sandalphon and Metatron. They're twins. And then Rama and Sita. So I'm definitely feeling twin flame energy for some of you. So definitely take that how that resonates. But yeah, let's do a pick a card with the romance angels for those of you who really have been wanting a romantic partner, romantic love to come into your life, new romantic love to come into your life. And again, it may not happen this weekend specifically, but I feel like this weekend is the shifting of the energy to allow it into your life. So from this point on to the rest of the year, I would say if you're wanting somebody, be open to meeting new people. So what did we get? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5. Perfect. Okay. So we got 5 that flipped right out. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So the first card out is trust. The situation is calling you for you to have faith. Yeah. So if you have been in connection with a soulmate or a twin flame and it's not worked out yet, is what I'm feeling. You've got to stay in surrender. You've got to stay in, you know what, they're doing what they need to do. And I'm just going to keep going in my direction. I'm going to let universe, God, Christ consciousness work this out for me, right? I can't change their situation. All I can do is stay integral in mine, stay in integrity in my situation. I can keep loving who was in my life. I can keep being there for the people that I love. I can keep setting boundaries with those who are trying to get to me, who don't deserve me, or have used me, or walked away from me. This is not about reconnection. If you chose card number 1, this is about a new soulmate. This is not about reconnection. This is trusting the process that the right person is on its way, and you staying integrity to your own life in your own vibration until they get here. Okay? So surrender. Surrender is the practice of staying in the faith, that everything is working out for your highest and greatest good. You don't know how, you don't know when, you just know that it is, and you trust that process. Card number 2. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Yeah, for those of you who really were drawn to card number 2, it's all about forgiveness. So there's something in your vibration where you're holding on to some righteous anger, resentment, abandonment, threat, something where they did you dirty and you're just holding on to it. You're just holding on to the anger, the resentment. And you've got to forgive it. So whether it's a family member with emotional neglect, or it's that narcissistic partner that really did you dirty, whatever it is, you've got to heal it. That ex-husband that played you for a fool, right? Cheated on you over and over again. Didn't think you knew. You knew the whole time, but you were letting them get away with it because it was easier, and you did love them. You loved them so hard. You loved them too much, right? Whatever it was. It's time to forgive, not because they deserve it, but because it's time for you to move on. And that's what I'm feeling. Spirit is trying to drop into your experience that person that will be there for you, that will love you, but you're kind of blocking it because you're holding on to that resentment. You're not forgiving, and in the forgiveness, you get to the why it happened. What was it about you or that person that situation almost needed to happen in your life to kind of wake you up to your people pleasing, or wake you up to your pride, or wake you up to your resentment, or wake you up to whatever, right? Because it was time to let it go. And now it's truly time to let it go and really release it through forgiveness. All right, so that's card number 2. Card number 3, pay attention to the red flags. Yeah, so for some of you, you're going to be you're in relationships now where you've been letting the red flags fly. For some of you that chose card number 3, the reason that they want you to look at the red flags is because you're going to be having people come into your life that are going to be similar to your pattern, similar to people who've already been in your life. But are you ready to recognize the red flags? Which means, are you ready to be sovereign? Are you ready to set those boundaries? Are you ready to say no, thank you, when it's not what you want, right? What you deserve, right? So unfortunately, sometimes before we can get our most compatible soulmate, we still have to let the universe know that we have shifted. So we now have boundaries. We now know our worth. We now do not accept less than. We're not in lack when it comes to love anymore. We are in power. We are loving ourselves so hard that anybody coming into our experience to be a romantic partner is going to love us just as hard. And it's going to be a partnership. It's not about anybody coming in to save me. I can save myself. I can support myself. I can love myself. I can be there for myself. I'm looking for a partner, someone to collaborate my life with, to love equally, to be loved equally. So that's why this card is here. Okay. So are you ready to look at the red flags either in an existing relationship or anybody new trying to come in? Because if you're letting those red flags fly, you're not ready for your most compatible soulmate. And again, we can't change anybody else, but we can change ourselves. And that's what Spirit's asking you to do. Love yourself so hard you're not accepting red flags anymore. Sorry, guys. And speaking your truth. Are you speaking your truth? Wow. Yeah. Throat chakra. So for those of you that are letting the red flags fly, why aren't you speaking your truth? And it's time to speak your truth. All right. And if it can't be accepted, that's when you have to decide what you're going to do with that. Okay. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Darlene. Hello. Codependency. Card number 4, addictions are affecting your romantic life. It's probably why we talked about that a little bit earlier in this video. Yeah. Are you codependent, or is your loved one codependent? And this is where you're addicted to each other because you're relying on that other person for safety and security. You're relying on that other person, or they're relying on you for their sovereignty. And sovereignty is very individual. To be sovereign, to be whole, to be in connection with the God you believe in, God, Christ consciousness, but you're whole. You're coming to the relationship as a whole vessel. When you're codependent, you're looking for that other person to have things that you don't have within you. And it's time to get those things that you don't have within you. So learn how to be courageous, learn how to be sovereign, learn how to stand on your own 2 feet, make your own money, take care of your own situations, problems, opportunities, right? So are you ready to release the need to attach yourself to any old thing because you're afraid to be alone? Getting out of needing just to have a placeholder, someone who has their own addiction, someone who has they're emotionally shut down. They're not giving to you emotionally. They might, be eating dinner every night with you at 5 o'clock, and they may be, doing the chores with you, and they may be, taking the trips or doing the things, but you're not having conversations. You're not having connection. You're not having vulnerable moments together. There's no empathy for how you feel. There's apathy for anything that's not material driven, right? And so Spirit's really wanting you to be aware of this, because this is not going to bring you your most compatible soulmate if you're just allowing any old body to fill that space next to you because you're afraid to not fill it. You're afraid, you're terrified to be alone. And I feel like this is the message that Spirit kind of started with, that those of you that are terrified to be alone, it's like you're never alone. If you're sovereign and you're part of the divine, you are part of the divine. But if you're in connection to that part of being part of the divine, that's where you flourish. That's where everything opens up for you, is when you're sovereign. When you're trusting and acting on your divine inspiration and that divine connection, the divinity within you. And you're taking those signs and you're running with them. That is leading you to your most compatible life. That's leading you to your most compatible mission and purpose and soulmate. And so any codependency is keeping you from that. I hope that resonated. And number 5, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, and I know a lot of you went, oh, yes. But you've got to be careful. Are they coming back to see if you learned the lesson? Or are they coming back changed and ready to be that most compatible soulmate? So you've really got to be very grounded when they come back, and you really have to be in your sovereignty when they come back, because you need to be able to very clearly, with very clear lenses, see them for who they're coming back as. If you've got the rose-colored lenses on of, oh, they're back, so everything's better, right? That could blow up in your face. But are you grounded? Are you sovereign? So when they come back, you can say, okay, we've both done work and we're coming back as new sovereign connections, and now we can make this work. Or are they coming back as the codependent, right? Or the, I'm just going to say codependent, because if they're still narcissist, if they're still selfish, if they're still addicted, if they're still wanting you to make them better, if they're still, trying to attach to your people pleasing, right? That's not going to work. So it might be that they're coming back so that you can show the universe, like, I now know in my sovereignty, this is not going to work. I can let them go with light and love. I can pray for them. I can know that they have their work and their journey to still be on, but I'm not part of that. And the flip side is they're now sovereign. and you're now sovereign. They've done the releasing, they've done the healing, they've done the work, they've stepped through the shadow, and so have you. And now you're coming back as two wholes. That's when it's going to work. When you're two whole beings, two sovereign beings coming back together, that's when a reconciliation can work. But if it's not that, then Spirit is asking you to choose yourself and your sovereignty and your divinity. Whew, this is interesting because these were very different cards than the ones that I chose on the Tarot Tuesday. So if you want more message about romantic partnership from Spirit, definitely head over to the Tarot Tuesday. And there's a timestamp where it shows where the pick a card for the romance angel starts in the description. So you don't have to watch the whole video. Although the first 17 minutes is energies for this past week. So there might be something there for you also. Anyway, so yeah, that's a really cool weekend forecast. So for those of you who have been really, really, really wanting, praying, manifesting romantic partnership, the energies are shifting in your favor. Things are going to start dropping into your experience. You're going to start meeting people if you haven't already. And again, you don't have to go out and find anything. Anything that's meant for you, you're going to get to. Of course, you've got to put yourself in places where you could meet people, right? But do that organically. Don't do that like you have to. I have to be in this place. I have to be in that place. Do things that you enjoy, but do them, right? Go to places that are an interest to you, because that's what you want to do, is you want to put yourself in places where there's an interest or a desire or it's your passion or it's your hobby. It's something if you're going to somebody else's interest, then the person you meet there, it's going to be in alignment with the person you went with, not in alignment with you, because that's not your interest. You see what I'm saying? So go out, have fun, but make sure it's things that you enjoy, things that bring you, not what people expect you to do. Do the things that truly light up your soul. And that's where you're going to meet people in alignment with you, right? I would say for the most part to avoid any online, unless you're really being called to it. If it's something, maybe an intuitive nudge that you're getting, but other than that, again, go where you're being guided. Go where you're being guided. So the shifts, they are occurring. If you need help and support, you can always go to my website and work with me individually. So I've got the spiritual life coaching. We've got the integrated energy therapy standalone sessions. And we also have the angelic guidance mediumship for those of you who are looking for messages from crossed over loved ones. So it's all there on my website. And next Wednesday morning, I will be with Chrissy in the Ruckus room. We will actually be taking live calls finally. The first time we tried to do it, I wasn't able, the callers were not able to hear me. We've since fixed that. We had a dry run this past Wednesday. It went well. We ended up doing it as a recording just to make sure that everything was going to be okay. So you can go to youtube.com/@FlaglerVoice to watch that. I also posted it on my Facebook page. So we had 3 callers come through that were really interesting. Yeah, it's all good. And we're going to be actually, we got some other good things coming up. I'm not going to out us, but we got really good things going on. So, looking forward to everything that Spirit is bringing me. And I'm looking forward to everything that Spirit is bringing you, because I know that for each and every one of us, we are upgrading. We are changing in the most beautiful ways as these energies on the planet are coming into alignment and increasing our frequencies, bringing us into connection with our spirit guides more than ever. And so if you need help navigating that, that's where my spiritual life coaching would come into real making a difference in your life. Learning how to get into connection with your spirit guides, and also clearing the imprints that you've been carrying this lifetime and many lifetimes. So all of that, you can find descriptions and testimonials on my website at melissallwatkins.com. So guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you all so much light and love. And have a beautiful weekend, and we will talk soon. Thank you for joining me early. And for those of you watching on the replay, welcome. Please like and subscribe, share, and comment. How is Spirit helping you? Thank you so much.